Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at knottylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, it's your host, Nikki. Bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life from time to time. I hope everybody's doing well on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I got a good start to the day. It's a nice morning. And I hope you all are getting a good start. So today, you guys, I have a smorgasbord of topics because there's a number of things that is trending right now. Some of the main topics we want to get into is LeBron James' son going into cardiac arrest. We're going to get into Quavo involving like a boat jacking, basically this past weekend. That story has developed. Also, let me see who else we got. Oh, we're gonna get into Flame Monroe speaking out in regards to the trans versus the woman. There's a bunch of lawsuits. Kiki Palmer opens up about her sexuality. Nene Leakes speaks on Real Housewives of Atlanta and how she views it nowadays. Like I said, we have an array of topics to go over. I'm going to go ahead and drop this intro as people load up in the room. Please remember to hit that like button, thumbs up this video, share my content on your different social media platforms, leave comments, okay? All these things help the channel to grow, and donations are appreciated. So I'll see you soon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Latoya girl. Good morning, Feds Mama. What's going on? I hope y'all feeling good today. I ain't even gonna hold y'all because we got so much to go over. This trans versus woman conversation is this like everybody is chiming in. Good morning, Melanated Drip. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you all. So I'm gonna start off with this right here. Shout out to Choke No Joke for dropping this because I just really feel like the world is confused. Okay, there's completely confused right now because we're getting so many messages, and this is why our youth is so effed up.
Women who identify as men, they claim the opposite gender of their birth gender because they feel they are trapped inside the wrong body. As a society, we accepted this. Then we got transracial. Rachel Dolezal, the white woman who pretended to be black and even led a chapter of the NAACP until she was exposed and thrown out, she claimed she wasn't pretending to be black. She is black because she feels black. She's a black woman trapped in a white woman's body. She's transracial, she says. As a society, we accepted this for the most part, except some liberals who claimed transracial is a thing, but Rachel Dolezal doesn't qualify because she's an imposter and a liar, and imposters and liars aren't entitled to their feelings or their identity. There's more. After transgender and transracial, we got transabled. Yeah, this one's really messed up. Physically healthy people who feel they should have been born disabled. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm because he felt like an amputee. A woman in North Carolina poured drain cleaner in her eyes because she felt blind. transgender, transracial, transabled. Guess what's next? A grown man posting an ad on Craigslist wanting a nanny because he identifies as a baby. You can't make this stuff up. Ridiculous? Perhaps, but who's to say anymore if that's how he feels? If a man can be a woman because he feels like one, if a white person can be a black person because she feels like one, if a healthy person can mutilate herself because she feels disabled, if a grown man can be a baby because he feels infantile, where does this end? Can a child be an adult because she feels like a grown-up? Can a teenager buy alcohol because he identifies as over 21 years of age? Can a grown man attend kindergarten because he identifies as a 6-year-old girl? Can a child spend the day at doggy daycare instead of school because the child feels like a canine? If not, why not? If a kid can be transgender because he feels like a girl, who are we to tell a child he must attend school or obey his parents or refuse him a beer when he orders one? You can't have it both ways. If children have a right to parents providing for them, and a man identifies as a child because he feels he is a child trapped in an adult body, and if we're playing by these twisted, disordered, ridiculous rules where illusion and emotions trump objective truth, aren't we violating his rights by refusing him the love and care and financial support every child deserves? Just something for liberals to think about before they push the boundaries of identity politics past the point of no return. When you sacrifice objectivity and reality like transgender, transracial, transabled, transspecies, transaged, you get cultural absurdity. And we promise to cover it every step of the way because it has only just begun.
Boom. Okay. Boom. I just felt like this really captured what is going on in our world today. Okay. It's a bunch of confusion and it's distractions for a reason because it's divisive. All right. Now, Flame Moreau has spoken out about this whole gender war. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for dropping this.
Angelica Ross, ain't nobody worried about him. He's still mad because they passed him up on the Marvels. They didn't want him. Baby Ryan Murphy don't even use him no more. The problem is because you don't know your talent is limited, darling. You think you're a singer, you're not. You think you're an actress, you was okay. You was on Pose, you was on the gay show. They will keep you on the gay shows. You are not universal or mainstream. You will stay in the gay pool. And they will keep you in the gay pool. Understand that. That's where you belong. I ain't worried about what Angelica got to say about me. That's a hard ass nigga who had to move out of his $10,000 house that he was renting every month because he couldn't afford it. I know the roommate. I helped the roommate get a job when she put the roommate out. Don't have me bring the roommate on live and check that bitch and let y'all know while she doing all this, she ain't got no finances. Zero. Oh yes. Oh, you talking about Angelica Ross? Somebody just sent me the thing she put out on Twitter on Hollywood Unlocked, whatever she had to say about me. Baby, if you was that smart and you was that much of an analyst, then maybe you should have went into that because your other profession ain't working for you. You ain't no singer. Yep, you was on Pose. Good for you. I am proud of you, girl. They killed you off on Pose. And they shut up, Flame Monroe. I ain't worried about that bitch. That bitch was in the Navy. Nigga, go back and fight for your country. Yeah, somebody just.
So you all know, if you don't know the background, Angelica Ross is the trans woman from the series Pose that came out and made the comments about women owning the period. And so Flame Monroe is reading her for filth.
Shut up, Flame Monroe. That's what happened. She was living above her means, renting, not owning, renting a house that was $10,000 a month, and she had to move out because she couldn't pay the rent. See, I know the dirt. See, I just don't come after y'all until y'all come after me because I do research. I'm a research analyst. I know the dirt. Player, pimping, sir, ma'am, sir. And you still angry at everybody else because you cut your penis off. Let me tell you about the distraction tactic that was used at Just Hilarious. Because the trans woman, I'm being respectful, who came out was talking about periods and womanhood. She never said nothing about who looked like this or that and the other. When Just Hilarious addressed her, she was talking about periods and womanhood. She also said that women can never have periods, and I just was not attacking the entire trans community. I didn't even take it like that. She was speaking to the person who publicly put out that statement. That's who she was talking to. But they took it another. That's what happened. She was living above her way, and then all these outside forces, these so-called activists and big name bitches jumped in talking about Jess look like a man. She's been mistaken as a trans man. You cannot bash a bitch who already told her real tea. Jess Hilarious was the one who put that story out on the Breakfast Club. She also says it as a joke on stage. So you can't hate the player, baby. You can't hate the player. You hate that the only information that you know about this woman is what she put out for you to try to turn and use it against her. Let me show you how much of a biological woman Jess Hilarious is. She had a baby. Quiet bitches on the outside, I don't hear you saying anything. Quiet bitches on the outside, I don't hear you using your big words and your big titles and your soliloquies. Let me break it down to you activist bitches. When you are an activist, you are an activist for all causes. Your main cause is what you stand on, but you're an activist for all causes. I'm sorry you went to college and don't know that with your dumb asses. You fighting for a cause the way, and then all these outlaws. Women only have. I know trans women who have had SRS surgeries that don't want to have periods. I know biological women that don't want to have periods. So why would you even be talking about a period? And then why would y'all come in talking about the way she looked or who she got spooked by? That had nothing to do with the argument. That's a distraction, Donald Trump, or that's your lack of intelligence because you think you got all these followers and you got a big name that people are going to automatically fall into the play. That's what you say. What I need for my biological women is for more biological women to stand up for yourselves, because here's the killer. As a young gay boy or as a young fag or whatever the word is, 99% of us, our best friend was a female. Our best friend was a female. Then we found our transism and our gayism, and now we better than them. Y'all better pay attention. Your best friend was always a biological girl. Oh, but now you better, girl, sit your dumb ass down. And I say girl with women only have. I know trans women who have had SRS surgeries that don't want to have periods. I know biological.
Okay. I feel like Flame is speaking facts. Okay. I love Flame. And Latoya said, I love Flame. He always speaks facts and don't pick sides and stands 10 toes down and everything he says. Exactly. Ultimately, the trans woman that came out, Angelica Ross, with this statement, the statement was foolish. There was no basis behind it. And I felt like it was a desperate attempt to trend. Seriously, people will do anything to get attention. And you heard Flame, she living out her means. Good morning, Bright Eyes. Good morning, y'all. She living out her means. I would never pay $10,000 for rent. Like, if I'm paying $10,000 in rent, I'm owning. I'm at the level of owning. So it sounds like them Pose checks is running dry. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed Flame Monroe's commentary and the different perspective that I gave. But there's a whole bunch of distractions being thrown out there to confuse us and divide us. And we have to be aware. And that's why I want to have these conversations. Seriously. There's a whole lot of imbalance going on. Like it's a story that I'm looking for. Let me know if you guys like know the name, but it was a male athlete that decided to transition to women, and he was on a swim team. And so when he transitioned to women, they put him on the women's swim team, and he started beating all their records, and it wasn't fair. And the women started speaking out. Well, the school was trying to silence them, but they decided to come together and speak out because it wasn't fair that he came in and was beating all their records. But is it really fair? Hey, Michelle, is it really fair for him to come over and he hasn't had surgery, reassignment surgery or anything, for him to come over to the women's team, and he's got testosterone, he's stronger by nature. Is it fair for him to come in the women's space? So they are speaking out and protesting, because how is he just to come? How can he just come in and just take over all our records and make it harder for us. And I just feel like as women, they expect us to embrace everything. Share our bathrooms, share our spaces. And at what point do we draw the line? Exactly, Latoya. No, it's not fair because biologically he's still a man. Yes, and I just wanted to have the open conversation with you guys to make sure I sometimes you feel invaded on. Let me tell you, I remember when the clubs in New York started having unisex bathrooms. And I felt like that was a violation. Although the stalls were like very private, but still, it's certain things you just don't want to do around a man. Hey, fast. Yeah, mental health. Yes, it definitely is. It definitely is. But these things are being thrown out there to distract us, you guys, to distract us from our moral basis. That's how I feel. So, like I said, like I just feel like we are compromising the most. But then they turn around and slap us in the face and say things like we don't own our wounds, we don't own the period. But we're expected to embrace y'all and look at you as a woman. And it's just not fair. Hey, Corey, good morning. It's just not fair. And I just want to have like the honest conversation. And trust me, I believe in people are allowed to live how they want to live. You know what I mean? But I just feel like there's some blurred lines happening here. Okay. Fez said I don't trust. She doesn't trust that community. Exactly, Latoya. That's my point. Thank you. You got where I'm going. What do the men share? You don't never hear them sharing their bathrooms. What medical power has been taken from the men? What rights have they had to fight for? Exactly. And we mad all y'all ninjas. It looks like you might that's why you might go. Okay, Kim Deliver says, not only that we have to deal with stuff, the bathroom, we never had like they piss all over the top. Yeah, so we pull our pants down and your pants touch the yeah, exactly. They don't even wipe the seat. Because guess what? They still got that masculine energy. But do you think it's some type of projection of the patriarchal power? Like, I feel like they're trying to have both sides of the fence. You want to be accepted as a woman, but when it comes to situations, when it comes to real womanhood, you want to exude your patriarchal power, so to speak. Ooh, Feds, the politicians are behind this division. Oh, Kill said a piss splatter on the walls. Exactly. I like it, Bright Eyes. Listen, live, how you live. I respect whatever the decision, but respect the uterus in the period. Respect the journey of the woman and all we have had to fight for through the years to gain equality. You talking fighting for equal pay, fighting to just be acknowledged. Jesus, we still haven't had a woman president. I'm just tired of like the patriarchal society. Seriously, I am. But I appreciate you all chiming in on that topic. And look, here at Naughty Love Movement, we respect however everybody wants to live their lives. But when it comes to women constantly having to compromise and getting a slap in the face and getting discredited, for our wounds and what we go through to bear children. We just not having it over here. I'm sorry. We got some strong queens over here. Whoa, yes, Latoya. Like, I also feel like any person should have the freedom to speak on, have an opinion on, debate on, or like or dislike anything they feel without the fear of being called or labeled any type of phobic. Exactly. Just because that is the way you live your life, I don't necessarily have to agree with it. And that is my God given right. I mean, this is the land of the Fifth Amendment. And let's talk about the 14th Amendment. That's how all these groups were able to gain rights, period. They used it for the civil rights movement. They used it for the women's rights movement. They also used it for the LGBT movement. They also used it on the Asian movement. Yes, Latoya. Amen. You on fire this morning, sister. Thank you. Thank you. It's just a lot now. It's very divisive. It has our youth very confused. And I just think it's just I really miss the basic way of living where it was just like not all these complicated lifestyles. Not all these complicated lifestyles. So I'm gonna leave it in the comments. Y'all let me know. Y'all go ahead. Y'all could debate whatever. I want to hear your thoughts. Seriously, I want to hear your thoughts. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for dropping this next article. You guys remember Michael K. Williams? He he was an actor, well-known actor. I know I was introduced to him in The Wire, and unfortunately, during the panty, he lost his life due to the opioid crisis. But the DRUG dealer that was connected to his death has been sentenced to only 2 years in prison. So he was a victim, unfortunately, of the Fenty crisis. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you for your thoughts, Melanated Drip. I'm sick of it all. I want women, especially Black women, to be respected. Period. Exactly. The term cis woman and womb woman burns me the heck up. I hear you. And it's just like, why do they get to come up with all these derogatory terms? I mean, at the end of the day, you made a choice to be a woman. We were born this way. God's creation. Okay? So, an elderly drug dealer has been sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for his involvement in the overdose death of actor Michael K. Williams, best known for his role as Omar Little in the hit series The Wire. So he tragically passed away in September of 2021 after consuming, you know, the H girl, which was laced with the Fenty that he purchased from a member of the dealer crew. The drug dealer Carlos Machi, 72, pled guilty to charges, argued for a sentence for time served, given his age and history of addiction. However, prosecutors pushed for a sentence of at least 4 years. Ultimately, the judge decided on 2.5 year sentence, taking into consideration Machi's age and upbringing. Oh my God. That's all you get? But 2.5 years? And you call somebody? Got to be careful, people. This opioid crisis is out of control. Oh yeah, the cancel culture is horrible. Like, People have a right to their opinions, period. And we don't have to agree with it. You can respectfully disagree. Yeah, feds. You would think they didn't come out of a woman. Yeah, we the reason why you have life. So put some respect on our name. Wow. Good point. If they were born a boy on their birth certificate, they're going to be the same boy on their death certificate. As long as you have the male parts, like, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about this sentence. Do you think the sentence was fair? Like, I would think you would get more time than that, especially if you were a drug dealer. I don't know. Check this out, you guys. It is this crazy. People, you got to be careful where you eat at. Florida, down in Florida, they trying to erase us. Okay, Florida restaurants closes as 7 customers tested positive for meth after eating there. That is crazy. So a popular Japanese hibachi steakhouse named Nico Japanese Steakhouse in Florida has been forced to close its doors after 7 customers alleged that they tested positive for methamphetamines after eating there. The Santa Rosa Sheriff Office launched an investigation after 2 groups of people reportedly feeling drugged and experienced unusual symptoms following their meals at the restaurant. To make matters worse, at least 7 individuals actually tested positive for meth. And even a to-go container of food from the establishment was found to be contaminated. What is going on? So despite the alarming findings, no arrests have been made. No criminal charges were filed, as authorities were unable to determine if the food had been intentionally contaminated. The restaurant, however, vehemently denies any involvement in the allegation, instead attributes their course of news reports and social media posts that had adversely impacted their reputation. Just be careful, guys, when you eat out. It's just best to eat at home and cook. Congratulations to the DC man. Shout out to the Shade Room. This DC man graduates as valedictorian of his high school after living in a tent for 2 years. So this goes to show where there's a will, there is a way. And congratulations, brother. We appreciate you. His name is Michael Jeffrey. He lived in a tent in DC for 2 years before graduating as his school's valedictorian. So during the pandemic, Jeffrey lost both his jobs and his home. Not having a diploma hindered Jeffrey's job search. He decided enough was enough and signed up for a free adult high school. He attended Goodwill Excel Center for a year and successfully completed the program required to get his diploma. So congratulations to him. Onward and forward. You know, life could be tough, but you could put one foot in front of the other and keep it moving. So congratulations to him. I think that was an awesome accomplishment. Yes. I like to highlight the good things in the midst of all this chaos going on around us. Oh, yes, they are. Like, we really need to start farming. Seriously, Latoya. We need to go back to basics. Yeah, better late than never. Better late than never. I agree. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to talk about this. Shout out to the North Carolina beat. So Glorilla throws fans her shades and then sends her team to get them after her performance. Sis, don't throw nothing you don't want to give away. Period. So this is her throwing them out. And this is her security going to collect them.
She threw them shit. She threw them. I gave it to her. Mind your business. I'm not.
Let me tell you something. And see, this is how stuff starts. Girl, don't you got money? Go buy some new shades. Go buy. This is giving me broke vibes. This is giving me your contract is not giving what you thought it was going to give. Trifling. And then look, you send your security out there. That's messed up. I'm sorry. That's not a good look for her. I'm sorry. All right, Keke Palmer opens up about her sexuality. Let's see what she has to say.
Just like a unsaid thing that can make you feel
Yep.
like, you know what I mean? And because I always like guys too, I was kind of like, well, we don't have to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, because I like guys too, it was like, that's just another little extra thing that, no one really has to know about. I don't really have to live out it. And then when I was around, I think like I felt that way or had those thoughts, I think very young, right? Like as a kid, when you first start thinking about liking. And then I think at like 12 or 13, they started coming back as a teenager when you really start kind of getting into your groove. And I kind of was like, oh, well, no, I'll push it to the side, But by the time I was like 17, 18, I was kind of like, I want to explore my life. I want to stop judging, overthinking my thoughts or feeling like this isn't something that I can explore. There is all
right, so she had this interview with Raven Simone and her wife Miranda. I get what she's saying because I was raised by parents that didn't talk about it either. They didn't you don't ask, don't tell, okay? Don't ask, don't tell. So I get what she's saying. But I always made it a point, with my two girls, to be open and talk about those things. I wanted them to always, hey, Marsha, thank you for joining. Latoya, I can't. Isn't everybody in the industry? Seriously, shout out to the Shade Room. Everybody in the industry is so if you ever think about starting your lock journey, make sure you sure, okay? Because this sister is having a whole breakdown.
And I'm listening.
I thought y'all just be saying, I'm on my lock journey, because y'all thought y'all be better than everybody because y'all be wearing y'all real hair. I didn't know this shit was a fucking journey for real. I thought this shit was something y'all made up in y'all head. Y'all just be saying that shit because y'all be wearing y'all real hair and y'all think y'all better than me because I don't be wearing my real hair. But this shit is not for me, bro. This shit is really fucking with my head, man. Okay. This is not a fucking journey I want to go on. I'm finna go in the house and cut this shit off. I'm finna go here and cut this shit off because this is not me, man.
Okay.
This is not me, bro. For real. My hair looks so short. I look bald.
Friend. You look what?
I look bald, bro. This shit is fucking with me for real.
Okay, but you just got your hair done, friend.
I don't even look like I got my hair done yesterday.
Okay, listen. Friend, breathe. Listen to me. You have to let your locks mature, friend. And then that.
This ain't for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cut this shit out.
Friend, no.
Cause y'all not.
Friend, listen.
Y'all, ooh.
Listen, breathe. Friend.
You don't even look like I got my hair done.
Okay, friend. You look fine.
Y'all so liars, bro. Y'all be, y'all lie so fucking
well, go cut it off, bald head, and call me back.
Ooh.
And I'm listening.
I thought y'all just be saying.
That's how it be. It's an adjustment. But they got things now where you could get them extended or whatever. I wish her the best though, but you do have to have patience or whatever. Up next, we're going to get into Broony James. Poor baby, he got he went into cardiac arrest. Mm. We're gonna do Broony James, and then we're gonna get into Quavo because he was a victim of a boat jacking. All right, so Broony James, he suffered from cardiac arrest during practice at USC. Now, a New York cardiologist has spoken out about the negative impact this health incident could have on the future of the Broony's career in basketball. So, according to the Daily Mail, Dr. Christopher Tanayan said this is a statement today. If they find something that puts him at a high risk of sudden death, then that may make or break his career. So let's see what he has to say. So Broony James suffers from cardiac arrest during workout at USC. A James family spokesperson told TMZ yesterday while practicing, Broony James suffered a cardiac arrest. Medical staff was able to treat Broony and take him to the hospital. He is now in stable condition and no longer in ICU. We ask for respect and privacy for the James family, and we will update the media when there's more information. But the reason why I want to talk about this, is it me? Are people younger having more health issues? Look at Nene Leakes' son. He had a stroke and a heart attack, I think. Like, what is going on? Like, are they dibbling and dabbling in things they shouldn't be dabbling in? Like, but to me, the younger kids are starting to get ailments that you don't have to think about until you're like, I say over 35. Thank you so much, Latoya. I appreciate that. Please misspell your curse words or whatever. But is it me or are the young people catching ailments? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But prayers up to him. I wish him the best, seriously. But LeBron James spoke up. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. LeBron James is scared and devastated after son Broony suffered cardiac arrest during USC basketball practice, sources say. Or could it be the food that they ingesting? You know what I mean? That's causing all these health issues. So, of course, LeBron is solely focused on his son Bronny's rehabilitation after the 18-year-old suffered cardiac arrest on Monday, July 24th during basketball practice. So, of course, LeBron is in full dad mode and is protecting his son in any way he can. And of course, they're keeping things as close to yourself. So LeBron is scared, devastated with what has transpired with his son. The family is making sure he gets the best care, of course, because they have money. Of course, he's going to get the best care. And it may affect him for the rest of his life because his heart may not be able to take it seriously. But I wish him the best. Yeah, that's true. Seriously. And it is in our food. Yeah, Latoya. In this new age, herbs, maybe smoking. I mean, who wanna puff anything called gas? Seriously. Look, Shaq's son had heart issues too. I'm just seeing a trend, and I'm just noticing a pattern, and and it's the young black men. It's the young black men. It's crazy. That's why I think I'm gonna grow my own. Okay, I'm gonna grow my own weed. At least I know what's in it. Up next, we want to get into Quavo, okay? Because Quavo, I was waiting for this story to develop. Well, here we go. Shout out to the Shade Room. So Quavo reportedly was among the passengers that were on the yacht in Miami while an alleged robbery took place. Like actual pirates came aboard the ship. You know, pirates in the oceans. It's really pirates. Those are like the ocean gangsters or whatever. So let's see what this news report has to say. Fair use, everybody. Okay.
We have just learned that Migos rapper Quavo was aboard this vessel, and I can tell you that it was a rather large scene. Multiple agencies responding to this possible armed robbery. FWC, along with Miami-Dade Police, City of Miami, and Miami Beach Police. This, of course, after we heard reports that the owner of that vessel was held at gunpoint, allegedly. Police seen swarming a large yacht docked on the Miami River near the wharf Sunday night. City of Miami Police said it was just before 9 o'clock their officers responded to a possible armed robbery aboard the vessel. Cell phone video obtained by Local 10 show the moments police boats approached the yacht searching for suspects. Witnesses we spoke with said this all started when the client paid thousands of dollars to charter the vessel, then allegedly demanded the money back. We have just learned that Migos rapper Quavo was aboard this vessel, and I can tell you that it was a rather large scene. Multiple agencies responding to this possible.
Okay, you're not safe nowhere. You're not safe on land. You're not safe on water. Okay, you just gotta be careful because it's a lot of people. So, video footage reportedly shows Quavo in zip tie cuffs amid yacht robbery. Okay. All right, but they're saying, I think they are saying, they tried to arrest him. Why? He was the one, the victim of a crime. You see how they just Florida? I ain't going to Florida. I'm sorry, y'all. I know, Kim, you just came back from there a little while ago, but I'm scared, Florida. All right, here. Video footage shows Quavo being detained by police after someone on a yacht allegedly threatens the captain. He was later released and not arrested or charged with any crimes. This is crazy. How you the victim of a crime and you he didn't even threaten the person. Somebody else did that and they zip tied. I don't know. It's something weird about this. It's something off. Do y'all feel like it was a setup? Like, or I probably feel like the pirates were scouring and Miami is a popular area for the stars to go and they took their luck of the draw. Yeah, and you know, could be like some roots or something. You know, I'm sorry, people they be heavy into spiritual warfare. I'm telling you. Back in the day, I used to have a neighbor that used to practice that Santeria. She was always in a spiritual war. I was walking out the door, chicken feet on the door, like, what the heck? It is no joke. But it looks like he's under attack. All right. Y'all leave it in the comments, but it's just like the chain of events that's been happening. I think the only good thing that has happened with Quavo is that him and Offset have come back together. All right, so Nene, as you all know, spoke on, sat down with Carlos King and gave an interview. And she's talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's see what she got to say. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks.
Watched since I left, but I have honestly watched the clips that have come down social media. Okay. But me turning my TV on and tuning in is something I just cannot do. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're all sitting in my house, the house that I built. and it has seemed like it's tumbling down.
Oh,
Never watched since I left, but I have honestly watched the clips that have come down. So
yeah, Nene, the house you built, so why you leave it? You messed it all up. And now the show is whack. So she's saying hey, good morning, that she's saying she don't watch the show. She only watched the clip. And shout out to the neighborhood talk. But she also spoke on when she felt like the show took a change. And you know, it's been all over YouTube, like how corny Roa is right now.
I guess an OG. We have the #1 show as Black girls, which was a huge feat. And I was lucky to have a front row seat in that success. When did you feel like the show was changing and not what you started off as enjoying the show?
Season 3 is when they brought on, I think, Cynthia and Phaedra,
Yes.
and I think Kenya came on, or she came
That was
on.
5.
Whenever Kenya came on, was 4 or 5. That's when I think it changed.
Why?
I don't know. I think all these things started. So for instance, when me and Lisa and Deshaun and Sheree, all of us started, they were our real husbands and our real boyfriends. Sheree was really married to Bob, and they really were going through a divorce. Deshaun was really married to Eric, and they started to have their issues. Lisa was really with what's his name?
Ed Hartwell.
Ed Hartwell. I was really with Greg. Kim was really with Big Papa. Our stories were real. Everything we talked about and did was real. When we had disagreements, they were real. We didn't pretend like we had a boyfriend and we didn't have one. I mean, and then I think once Kenya came on the show, I'm not saying that Kenya started it or did it, but I'm saying at that moment, it started to be let's create our storyline. Well, we didn't create a storyline. We just showed up to work and just was filming and being who we are. They started having boyfriends and they weren't really their boyfriends, and that kind of stuff to me changed the dynamic of the show.
When did you feel like as an OG, we have the #1 show as Black girls, which was a huge.
Do y'all agree? Do y'all feel like the show took a turn once Kenya came into play? That's what she's right though. That's when the fake form storyline started. The show is way more authentic before Kenya got there. Or do y'all feel like Nene is just being a bitter Nancy? But now she is in Bia's music video. Let me see if I can. I'm like, really, Nene? Isn't this like a little? I'll see if I can find it, but I don't think I really saved it because I was like, really, you too old for this, girl. Being a video vixen. I think it's Bia. It's just giving desperate, like, I'm trying to get work any way I can. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I ain't save it because I was just like, chick, you too old. Oh, look at this. Maya Angelou is African-American writer and poet. Maya Angelou is now the first Black woman on a U.S. quarter. Yes. Love it. Black Wealth Crew. Shout out to y'all. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's overdue. We should have been on the coins. Okay. Period. Let me know if y'all agree with Nene or do y'all feel like Nene is a bitter Nancy? Okay. All right. Who's next? There's so much going on. Oh, you guys. So next month on Netflix, they're releasing the series Ladies First, a story of women in hip hop, which I'm excited about. They're bringing the youth together with the pioneers, the people who paved the way. And I think this is going to be a good look. It's a docuseries and it's coming out next month. And it doesn't say exactly when. Let's see if it comes up. I can't play the sound, but you know. I think this is dope. And I think we should all watch it and review it. Women in hip hop. It was a journey. They did something like this on Hulu too. Chica. I love Queen Latifah. Y'all already know. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for catching this. August 9th, it comes out. So I will be there to watch it, and hopefully we can all review it together. Michelle, she's being a bitter. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to grow older and wiser. It's no wonder why the children are running wild in these days. Rules have reversed people. Ooh, Latoya said maybe a combination of Kenya and Carlos. Ooh, Fez said I would never like Kenya. I'm not the biggest fan of Kenya. I have to say, but once she became a mother, she became slightly likable to me, but she's still that same snake in the grass. I'm never gonna forget how she was all over Apollo, married man. Oh, Latoya, you want to watch it live? We can watch it live together. We can watch it live together. That's no problem. But I want to celebrate the women of hip hop together. Of course, it being 50 years of hip hop, they are a part of this legacy, okay? They changed the game for the men. They changed the game. All right, so updates. So remember we reviewed that Keefe D's home they executed a search warrant. So updates, shout out to the Neighborhood Talks. Bullets found during raid at Keefe D's home set to be forensic tested in connection to Tupac M-word, okay? So it looks like there's an update in the case leading to what could be the answers to who unalived Tupac Shakur. If you remember, we previously reported on a story about police raiding a home in connection to Keefe D. The uncle of Pac's alleged power, Orlando Anderson, who is unalive right now. Police recovered bullets that were found in the backyard of the home. According to the Daily Mirror, those bullets that were recovered will undergo forensic testing to see if they are linked to the bullets that were found in Pac's body or on the scene from the shooting. These bullets enclosed from the incident have reportedly been kept in secure storage for over 25 years now. I would have been got rid of that. The storage also includes full-scale laboratory analysis, of shells, bullets, powder from the crime scene, meaning that if those bullets from the evidence found match up, this case might be just on its way to being solved. So it's still too early to claim anything. Microfibers or residue from the weapon or the bullets can prove to be linked. All right. So apparently they kept all the evidence from the scene preserved all these years. So we'll see. But if they still have evidence 25 years later, and I'm talking about the home that was raided, y'all just America's dumbest criminals. It'll always be OGS for you. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I'll keep my eye on the story, you guys, to see what develops. Okay. Now, remember we went over a lawsuit with Chris Brown. His former housemate is trying to accuse him of being negligent with his animals. Okay. So this woman sued Chris. She says ignored her screams and she was being attacked. She alleged that while she was still on the ground, Chris instructed his team to remove all the dogs from the home before police arrived. But Chris painted a different story to the judge. Chris says the maid provoked the dog. He alleged that she had teased, abused, and mistreated the animals. Don't invited the injuries. Now complaint of an assumed the risk of them with full knowledge of the magnitude of that risk, and that she knew her foregoing conduct might cause the dog to attack her. And seriously, this is just a money grab to me. So Chris is claiming that his legal team has made multiple attempts to schedule medical and mental evaluation of the former maid, but she never responded. But she did, however, request $71 million for her medical expenses and emotional distress. Well, the judge has now ordered that the maid undergo an evaluation, which I think is only fair. That's part, he has a right to defend himself, and if he feels like this will exonerate him, so be it. Tupac definitely deserves justice. He definitely does. And it was a whole setup. But I have a feeling they solved Tupac's case. It'll reveal a lot of snakes in the grass. Oh, Aaron Hernandez's brother was arrested. I just really don't care. All right, let's talk about this chick at the Drake concert throwing her bra. All right. So y'all surprised women who threw 36G bra at Drake concert says she received a private DM from him and offer from Playboy magazine. So she threw her bra up to him and he had his, let me see. These people are crazy. And these women will do anything for attention. It's just like, girl, have a seat. Here it is.
$36G. Locate this woman immediately.
It's me. I threw it. And he picked that shit up and said, 36G, find this girl immediately. It's me. I threw it.
And that's her throwing it. People just be fanning out like you would never believe. And it's just like, girl. So he offered her a Playboy magazine offer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me know what you think. They come. No shame. No shame whatsoever. I just don't even get it. I just don't even get it. I just don't even get it. I never wanted to throw my bra at anybody. Oh, throwback picture. Look. Janet with Ralph Carter. Michael from Good Times. Throwback, classic. Okay. And they out here because H&M is my store, okay? And I love Shein. I mean, H&M lawsuit accuses fast fashion rival Shein of stealing their designs. So H&M is accusing Shein of stealing its design in multiple cases, according to the spokesperson cited in the report. H&M initially filed a lawsuit against Shein back in 2022 at a hearing in Hong Kong. According to a secondhand source, H&M began building this case against Shein since at least 2021. The online fashion site is no stranger to these allegations as they were hit with a RICO charge just earlier last week. RICO on Shein? 3 designers filed a complaint against Shein claiming that the Chinese fast fashion retail copied their designs. I mean, China is known for its knockoff nature, okay? Hence, Chinatown in New York. It's all knockoffs. So in 2022, Shein was worth $100 billion more than their fast fashion forerunner H&M and Zara. I love Zara too, combined according to Business Insider. Shein also is battling the Chinese e-retailer Temu. They're kind of new on the scene, which Temu is probably Shein. They just renamed it for infringing upon the exclusive and valuable trademarks. This is why it's the importance of protecting your brand if you have one. It's not just about the LLC. It's not just about the registering. It's about the trademark too. I found that, well, it looks like they all going to be battling, period. They still going to be rich. This sounds like rich people problems if you ask me. But everything is knockoff. All right. So former star actress Giovanni Samuels opens up about her finances amid the writers and actors strike. And here we go.
I need y'all to understand that not all child stars are rich. Not all of us are balling. The leads of the cast, they get the big money checks. The supporting cast, like myself, we don't get that. That's why we're striking. Okay? I'm asking for a livable wage. I'm asking for health insurance. You have no idea how hard it is. We just came out of COVID, and now we're going into a strike. I use my 401k, my nest egg, my savings to survive COVID. I don't know what money y'all think I have, or I'm saving up something. No. Okay, between family members stealing from me, or doing a show where they didn't pay me, or now I'm fighting for residuals because executives don't want to give me a dime. I'm asking for a livable wage. I'm asking for health insurance. I got responsibilities and things that I got to take care of. We got back to school coming. I got to put my son in a private school. Oh, you ain't got to do that. You put him in public school. I can't put him in public school because when I did, they was picking on him because of me. The parents were jealous because I was on TV and famous, and they told their kids to pick on my kid. So I had to take him out and put him in a decent school. I'm tired. I don't own a home. I barely own my car. So I don't know what money y'all think I have, but I don't. I have a job. I got two. So don't sit there and go, oh, well, why don't you just go get a job? I got a job. I got a job. I don't make enough money to qualify for SAG health insurance, but I make too much money to qualify for assistance, but not enough money to pay for whatever procedures I need out of pocket. This is why I strike.
I think that was real and vulnerable and a testament of the times we're living in right now. People are struggling. People are struggling. Whether you're working class, people are struggling. you know, and I get what you mean about putting him in private school, but online school is an option. But prayers go up to this sister. Life is tough for a lot of us right now, seriously. Life is tough for a lot of us, and things are just keep going up, up, up. The cost of living is just getting higher and higher, but the wages aren't keeping up. But yet, in the wake of this, okay, which my prayers go out to this sister. You know, we have so many people that need help in America. And President Biden sends $400 million more in military aid to Ukraine, making this the 43rd time we've aided the country. What about our country? What about the people suffering in our country are struggling day to day just to survive? But we quick to go aid someplace. Don't nobody come to United States aid. When do we get to keep the money here? When do we stop this war? We need to help our country. So according to the New York Post, the latest approval includes more air defense munitions, among other things, to aid Ukraine in the war with Russia. Our focus is again on providing Ukraine with the security assistance that they continue to meet in their counteroffensive and also in the long term. President Biden spoke on this approval, saying what we need most of all is artillery shells. They're in short supply. We're working on that. Well, we're in short supply of a lot, sir, in America. I'm just so tired of the United States. They quick to shell out money to all these other places when we got our own problems right here that we need solving. And don't nobody come to our aid. But exactly, Latoya. They don't want to approve the student loan forgiveness, though. Last time I checked, we in debt as a country. Make it make sense. Like it's and that's why like it kills me with all like the YouTube beefing and stuff like that. Like we got major problems that we need to really pay attention to. This country is drowning in debt. People are homeless and hungry, barely living check to check. You know what I mean? People are struggling. People with good careers are struggling. What does that tell you? But yet we get distractions like Jaguar, donuts. We get all these distractions. And everybody fighting to be at the top of the game of what? Of what? Of what? Like, it's just all like, it's just really, really getting on my last nerves now. Because we have priorities, but Naughty Crew.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
And, you know, most importantly, I think we really all need to get back to basics. Seriously, start growing your vegetables and things like that because times are going to get hard. Times are only going to get harder. I thank God, like I came up in a generation before computers where we did things the long way. You know what I mean? We know how to cook. We know how to grow our food. We can survive without a microwave. I can survive without a cell phone. Exactly, Latoya. How can a country make their own money, be in debt? And you know, my mom used to always say, whenever you see us printing money, just know we going further in debt. It's never good when we printing money. because that means it's not enough circulating. There's a coin shortage and everything like that. You have to watch your food and everything right now. And don't be afraid to look into dual citizenship. I mean, there's life outside of America. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed these trending topics. We touched on some very serious topics, and I just want to leave it in the comments. Number one, I want to send you all away with love, peace, and blessings. I hope you all have a wonderful, productive day. Please make sure you guys follow me on all my different social media platforms. We're located on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere. All right. And make sure you share my content on my different social media platforms. But I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate all my naughty crew joining me today. Latoya, Michelle, Angela, Kim. See, I think Fifi was there. I'm not sure. Feds. Yes, Latoya, y'all all like my face. I appreciate all of y'all and y'all perspectives. Seriously, like I just love how we can have good, healthy, grown conversation. Okay, like it doesn't have to be all this cattiness and things like that. Because we walk away with a different perspective, and I feel like people walk away from my panels with knowledge and growth, and I want to continue that. That's what I want to put. That's the energy I want to put out into the universe. All right. And to all my haters.
And I want to say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I thank y'all too, because y'all keep the wheels turning over here too. All right. All press is good press as far as I'm concerned. And whether you talking about me in a good way or bad way, people know who I am. I know who I am. I'm confident with who I am. And can't nobody stop me. Can't nobody hold me back. I'm coming for your area. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get into these last of these comments, and then we're going to close out the show. Y'all have a good day too, Michelle. I appreciate all of y'all and all the support. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.